how to work from home and still get stuff done. This is part one of a two-part series. Okay, so you're planning on working from home, but you got some concerns about what you're going to get accomplished. Well, you should, because if you do this wrong, you won't get much accomplished, you won't get much stuff done. Now this video isn't just for somebody working from home, it's for managers, it's for team leaders, anybody who has to spend their working hours in their house and being productive. You're going to love this because you're going to have some great things to help you out and become more productive, and we're starting right now. Hey, I'm JR Fisher. Welcome to my channel. I've been selling online since 2009 and I've sold millions of dollars of both digital and physical products. And on this channel, what I do is I share with you those tips, tricks, and techniques that will help you grow your online business, or start one if you haven't done so already. Now, are you working from home now? Are you thinking about working from home? Do you have some questions about it? Do you have some issues? Did you have some problems? Put it in the comments below. I want to hear what you've got to say about working from home and having an online presence, because that's basically what we do when we work from home. We rarely have a notepad and pencil, right? We're all on the computer, we're all hooked into the internet, and there's some advantages and some disadvantages to that. So let's talk about being more productive and what you can do. Now, I also have a $97 e-commerce course. It's absolutely free. You can get it in the description below. You just click and learn. No credit card required. In addition to that, if you would please subscribe, I would really appreciate it, and bell notifications. Turn on the bell notifications and turn on all notifications so you get notified you're part of the Fisher family, the VIP group that gets notified every single time I do one of these videos. Now keep in mind, this is a two-part series, so this is part number one. You will want to go from this one, and in the link, in the description below there's a link, and you can click on part two and you can watch the second part. You need to watch part two if you watch part one, and don't skip to part two without seeing part one. They're both necessary. Number one, I would say, is if you can do this, it's really important, build a permanent workspace. If you have a permanent workspace, it's already set up for you to work, then it's not so difficult. Now this is my office at the house here. I've got lights around here, I've got the camera here and all this stuff because I shoot mostly videos in this office here, and it's my permanent workspace. I'm not going to come in here and watch movies or watch TV or play games or do anything else but work in here, because this is my work environment. So if you can set up an area of your house, even if it's a desk in the corner, something along those lines, where you can actually work and get things done, it's much better that you do that. If you try to sit on your couch or your lounge chair and try to work there all day long, it's not fitting of a work environment, and I think you're going to find it really hard to do. Now if you don't have the room, that's what you got to do. You work with what you got. Number two, invest in quality technology. Just because you're at home, it doesn't mean that you have to have poor quality technology. Try to have the best computer you can afford. Try to have the best lighting you can afford. Try to have good furnishings in your office, your workspace. Make sure you have great internet. You know, one of the most irritating things that people say when they work in offices, even in businesses, is that the internet's too slow, that they spend a lot of time waiting for the internet. And when you do that, that's downtime, guys. That's something you could accomplish more in if you didn't have to wait for the computer to load a screen. So invest in that higher speed internet for your house. Even though it's a house internet, it's not going to be near what you need for a business. We have a much advanced internet for our home because we know we're going to need that extra bandwidth. Number three, get comfortable office furniture. If you're going to be sitting all day long, you want a chair that is really good, it's ergonomic, it's going to be comfortable for you. If you have a small little plastic chair that you're sitting in all day, it's going to be really hard for you to work. I would say a desk, and this is a really nice desk I have here, but it's not necessary. A desk doesn't matter that much, but your chair really does. So get something that's going to be comfortable. Now if you have a little bit of money, try to decorate it the way you want. Get a comfortable office furniture, but get stuff that looks nice, something that's pleasing to you, stuff that you're going to look at it every day and feel good working in that environment. If you can do that and you have the money for it, that's another great investment. Number four, set real work hours. Okay, don't say when I get up I'm going to go to work. You actually have to set real work hours, whether it's 9 to 5 or 10 to 4 or whatever it is. Understand that during that period of time you can't get up and just go watch a movie or go to the mall and walk around. you can't do it. Those are your work hours. Those are the hours you're going to work. Now that doesn't mean that you have to work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, because that's just not the case. I know a lot of times on the weekends I'll end up working hours. Probably every weekend I work some hours, but the point is, once I've set those work hours, I don't do anything else in those work hours but work. Number 5, avoid work creep. What's work creep? Well, work creep can go 2 different ways. Work creep can creep into your personal time, right? Work creep can let your personal time creep into your work. So try to keep those separate. If you say you're going to work from 9 to 6, whatever it is, then just work from 9 to 6, and then after 6 o'clock close the laptop, don't work anymore. Now if you own your own business, this may be a little harder to do. I know it is for me, because we have things that come up on the weekends and nights, and they got to get handled, and that's just part of owning a business. But the one thing I try not to do is let my personal life creep into my work life. In other words, I don't say, hey, you know, I saw on the internet here there's this really cool movie, I think I'm going to run in the living room and watch this movie, and then I'll come back and get some work done. It never happens. It never happens, because I know I'm actually stealing from me. And when you're watching a show, and I have nothing against shows or TV shows, but when you're watching that, understand you're watching somebody else live their life instead of you living your life. That's exactly what you're doing. You're watching somebody act out a life, okay, and instead of just living your life. So when you do that, you want to keep that a limited amount of time, because it's going to take away from your income and your work habits. Number 6, discover your productivity periods. Everybody's different. You know, some people work really well in the morning, some people work really well at night. I deal a lot with other internet marketers, and some of these guys don't get up to lunch, and they will start working, but they'll work till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's their productive times. Fortunately, with the internet, you can work anytime you want, but you got to figure out when you're the most productive to get stuff done. If you're not a morning person, don't try to get stuff done in the morning. You know, if you're a late night person and you like working after midnight, by all means you can certainly do that, as long as you're not working for an employer that requires you to work at a certain time. I have employees around the world that work for us, and generally speaking, unless we're having a meeting or something like that, I don't care when they work. It doesn't matter, and I don't monitor that. It doesn't matter to me, because they're not answering phones, they're not, you know, interacting with customers or anything like that when they're in a foreign country. So I let them work their own schedule. I think they appreciate that, and it gives them time to have time with their family when they choose to do so. Number 7, update your to-do list every single day. Certain days I have certain things I have to do, like today is a Tuesday, and today I have to shoot videos. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm shooting a video. But yesterday I had to get scripts ready, so that was on Monday. So I know there's certain days I have to get certain things done. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I have to start sending out emails for my Friday training, so I will sit down and start writing those emails and getting those emails set up to go out to do the Friday training. So every day has things I have to do, and I update that to-do list based on what's gotten accomplished. Number 8, stick to one project management app. Apps are abundant now, and there's so many good ones out there, and I get it, but you know, when you are working on different projects, you don't need different project management apps. Okay, you can just get one app and use that one app. When you have to switch from one platform to another constantly, this is going to eat up a lot of your time. I would recommend you find one you like. You can get Asana, you can get Basecamp, there's so many out there, Trello, there's so many ones out there that you could actually use. Just pick the one you like and use that one. Number 9, don't work in your PJs. Okay, it really affects your mental attitude if you don't get up and get dressed every day. You got to put clothes on that are appropriate for work. Okay, some people will stay in their pajamas all day. I think it's a tough way to work. It's not something I would choose to do, and I think mentally it affects the quality of your work when you're doing that too. You're not really in the work mode. So get up, get dressed. Number 10, I originally put number 10, develop a morning routine, but I get it. Some of you guys don't get up in the morning, and that's okay. You don't have to, but develop a routine. So whenever you start your day, whatever you're doing, make sure you have a routine. Maybe your routine is when you first get to your desk, your laptop or whatever, you check all your emails for orders. Maybe you're getting orders, or maybe you check them, you know, for any problems you have to take care of. And then maybe at lunchtime you have to work on a website, and maybe after that you've got to work with clients. But have some type of routine that you do on a daily basis. It can often change, especially if you work for yourself. I know mine changes, but I do have a routine set up to where this is what I intend to do, and if I have to make adjustments, then I'll do it. Number 11, I'm not saying you got to get up early, I'm not saying that at all, but set an alarm. set an alarm so that you wake up at the same time every day. Have the same routine. This is really important to getting things accomplished, is having that routine and doing the same thing every day. If you're in the military, gosh, they really make them get up early, but they do it at the same time every single day. They don't have them get up at 4 a.m. one day and then 9 a.m. the next and 5 a.m. the next. They wouldn't be as productive. Now, I don't personally set alarms. I'm one of the few people who don't, because I can wake up pretty much at the same time every day. That's not a problem for me. But if you can't do that, make sure you set your alarms so that you get up and work at the same time every day. Give yourself the same respect you would give a boss. A boss is going to expect you to be there at a certain time. Give yourself that same respect too, because you are now your own boss. Number 12, oh my gosh, this is a big one. I see so many people screw this up. Exercise and stretch regularly. So especially if you're sitting behind a computer, it's easy to get stiff and uncomfortable, and really sitting is not good for you. Sitting is, they say, the new smoking. So you want to get up and walk around every now and then. You want to get regular exercise. This is a big killer if you work at home. I've seen a lot of internet marketers get really big because they don't really exercise. They don't have to. They're not walking around an office. They're not walking around a building or warehouse or whatever. So they literally get no exercise whatsoever. You need to put exercise into your program. Number 13, eat healthy. Hard to do, okay? When you are working at home, you can pretty much eat anything you want. If you want chocolate chip ice cream for lunch, you could pretty much do that every day if you wanted. Wouldn't be a problem. Wouldn't be good for your health though. So when you're thinking about planning your meals or whatever it is, you know, having a turkey sandwich is okay every now and then, as opposed to having, you know, greasy burgers and fried chicken all the time. Try to throw in a salad every now and then. Try to throw in some vegetables. Eating healthy at home is super important because it's so easy not to. Number 14, here's the break you need. Take short breaks. You don't have to work 9 to 6 all day long and never take a break. That's not required of you. Matter of fact, you'll be more productive if you get up every hour or two, walk around for 5 minutes, stretch your legs, get a breath of fresh air, do something different from sitting at that computer and sitting on your butt. Okay, it's going to stimulate your brain a little bit more and you'll be more productive. So take short breaks as you would on a job. You know, the state of California, I live in California, they require that, you know, individuals get breaks after a certain period of time. Make sure you respect yourself as much as the state of California respects the value of those workers. Okay, take care of yourself. So those are the first 14 tips I have for you for working at home and getting stuff done. This is video 1 of 2. There's another video after this. I put the link in the description below. Make sure you click that link and see the second half. You're going to want to do all those things too, and I really appreciate you watching this video. If you have not subscribed, you need to do so right now. Before you go to the other video, go ahead and subscribe. Just hit the button. It's easy. Go, I'll wait. You got it? Okay, cool. Now you want to turn on all notifications. I'll give you a second to do that. You're going to click that button and then you're going to click the part that says turn on all notifications. Go ahead and do it. I'll wait. Good. You got it? Great. Now, one more thing. Give me one of these. I mean, what does it cost you? It costs you nothing. Give me one of these. Give me a thumbs up there. Or one of these. That costs you nothing either. But give me something. Give me some feedback. And in the comments, put in the comments how you're productive at home or how you haven't been productive and the reason for it, because you could help a lot of people out. If you have any questions about this whatsoever, put it in the comments below. I'm here to help you and I like doing it. I really appreciate your input. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.